Welcome back. It is day one after the biggest sporting event of all time. Bundesliga Playdate at Studio Block Wiesbaden.
And IFSD last Sundance. No, it's March the 1st. A new dawn for competition climbing.
This is a bold statement.
A new dawn. No, tell me how you really feel. I thought it was fucking sick.
How I really feel. Like just in general. So I watched this show. It started here at 8:30. So quite late-ish. Even though I didn't do anything on Saturday. But then it went on until midnight. And I watched it all. I enjoyed many parts of it. Let's put it this way. I enjoyed many parts of it. But I was also quite happy that I sat at home on this couch and just watch it on the projector, because standing there like for 3 hours in a crowd and a small beer, like Matthias told me, a small beer is like €7. I would have been either like really drunk, really exhausted, or really broke. I don't know.
It's a long night, and I think it must be like a gig. Once you leave your spot to go get a beer, you can't get back to your spot if you have a good place. But I think overall, a very good launch event. It went on a little bit long, but I think it's a success. Do you agree?
Yes, I hope so. It's a success because I think it has a promising concept. It has a promising concept. I even wrote it down like that we should maybe talk about it more in structure or more structured.
Yeah. You have
I wrote down PCL presentation, drama, setting, and the comp format and the conclusion. Wow. The question is, should we dive into PCL immediately?
Why not?
Okay.
This is what we're talking about today.
Okay, so for everyone watching this video on my YouTube channel, this is how we do podcasts. We just start somewhere and we end somewhere. This is the first time ever we are publishing one of our podcast episodes as a video as well. So
how do I look?
You look phenomenal. So if you haven't listened to one of our podcasts, you find it anywhere and everywhere where you can find podcasts. Okay.
We also have a Discord. I'll put the link to the Discord out at some point, and you can get involved in the community and ask some questions for us to answer in future podcasts
about Routesetting or our lives and sports.
Yeah, more or less anything.
Okay, wait. The brevi for the LSD comp. What was it called? ILSD.
IFSD, I think, International Federation of Sundance. The name of the wall is called Last Sundance. It's such a sick wall. I've never been there before. It's fucking phenomenal. So shout out to those guys. Dougie and Joe, they do a phenomenal job up there.
And this is where Max is training.
No, Max trains at City Block in Leeds. Also in Leeds. I assume Max goes there sometimes. But
okay. Anyhow. Okay, let's go back to the PCL. The PCL, the Pro Climbing League. I like that I didn't even know that there were 2 wildcard spots out of the 8 competitors. And the wildcards were Max Milne, who already got a silver medal at the World Cups. Yeah. And Jenny Buckley, who's also I think she's youth world champ in lead and bouldering.
Yeah, so, she's big time already. She's so young, but she's big time for sure. I was actually at the wildcard qualification event. My friends were setting for it. I wasn't available, unfortunately, but I would have loved to set for it. And I watched Max and Jenny take the win there. It was a cool event at the Font.
Did you watch all the interviews and listen to all the interviews during the PCL?
More or less, yeah.
I gotta say, I don't want to insult anyone, but I think Jenny Buckley seemed like the smartest climber I've ever seen out there. Like the way she has a thing with words, and the way she put everything into context. I was like, okay, I hope she does well, because a person like this could present our sport also on an intellectual base and not just pure muscles and show kind of shit. Let's put it this way.
Not just pure emotion and shit like that, but she's really smart. Yeah,
really smart. I like that.
For sure.
Presentation was my first point of the structure. I love
that you. Sorry to interrupt.
No, I didn't give you any option to bring any proposals forward today.
No, I think it's great. I love that you've got some structure. Normally there's no structure. This is fantastic. So production, good place to start, I think. I think we need to see more comps like this. The production quality was very high level, graphics on screen, stats, commentary, all really, really tidy. And interviews behind the scenes, shit like this, we don't normally see. Like the isolation area. Yeah, I mean, it's really easy to give it quite high marks. We also had good camera angles, good zoom ins on the holds, something we don't normally get from IFSC. Honestly, it's hard for me to find negatives on the production side.
Yeah, easy. That's what you got me for.
Yeah, well, you know about that.
I think they always could have had like I liked everything. I liked the overlays and the graphics. I think the graphic could have like had the colors of the 1 versus 8 could have like the same colors. You always see like the pairings, like in Street Fighter, so it always feels but small margins.
Not that important.
Yeah, not really important. That's true. But maybe like a schedule, kind of like, okay, this is happening afterwards, this is happening afterwards. Just like a little sub bar with an explanation. Okay, semi-final bonus, first climber to the top, or advancing the most forward moves into the final, one boulder only. Yeah. I think you can put this one into graphics. What I really, really like were the on-field interviews with Michaela, and I think from a professional point of view, I think I've seen, or we could see that she was also quite nervous and that she's not been in the role of an interviewer that often yet, because her questions were a little bit like sometimes too long and already containing too much content as well. But it doesn't really matter. At least we have someone on the field. Wies was like, I would have loved if they would have had a little bit more time in between the question and in between action and interview. I love the rough and the raw interviews directly after the action happened because it's emotional. You cannot think about any kind of polite answer. You're like, okay, shit, this wasn't good. Shit, I didn't like this, blah, 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 blah. It was very, very honest and raw. And I think this will be better. I think my biggest complaint about the presentation wise were probably like the ceremonies. Like the winner, then all of a sudden Charlie comes out with the PCL 3D printed thingy thing. It's like, here you go. Where's the money? Where are the flowers? Where's the light show? Or just like light mapping on the walls?
Where's the podium?
Where's the fucking podium? You're Red Bull.
Come on.
Like, get an airplane in. I don't care.
Whatever. Stand on some big Red Bull cans. Just anything.
Yeah, I think this was underwhelming, let's put it this way, but in the end, the rest was
there's
pretty
a phenomenal amount of moving parts in this event, and I think for the first event, production went pretty well.
Yeah.
Pretty well.
And yeah, and for the presentation, or like combined with the presentation, is also for me the emceeing team, the commentating team. And I haven't listened to Shauna beforehand. I'm honestly not interested how good of a friend she is with some of the athletes, and that she competed with them, and that her daughter or son is like calling Auntie Yanya. I think that no one gives a fuck about that, and that shouldn't be like any kind of journalism. But it was really good to have a professional MC like the guy and Shauna adding some insights. So I think that was also that's a mean thing. We always compare it to Matt Groom and the IFSC, but like freestanding, I think it was a pretty good effort, like pretty good presentation.
Yeah. Sure. I think Shauna's had some negative feedback for commentary in the past, where she's spoken like she speaks a little bit too much. She's definitely slowed it down, and to be fair to her, she knows what she's talking about, and she was at the setting days, so she knows the boulders, and all she's doing is giving some insight into her personal experience with the athletes. So it's really hard to be negative to Shauna on this occasion. But you're right. Maybe they should have had someone completely detached.
Oh, I'm not even saying that. I don't know. I think it's also like, yeah, like you say, like it's very, very high critical, because it was good. Like for everyone who's not as nerdy as we are, it's just very, very good to have these insights.
And the other thing, whenever you get a new commentator to the sport, so that the sport we know and love, we're aware of Matt Groom and Charlie Bosco. We have a relationship, like we have this experience with them when we're watching the World Cups. whenever you get someone new, you're like, oh, this doesn't feel quite right. This is a bit cringe. What's he saying? He's not using the terminology quite right. I've never heard of this Bryn guy before, but he's clearly a professional commentator, and I got used to him really quickly. He had some really good facts on the side. I did a good job, honestly.
Yeah, I really like that we have this hosting aspect. You have someone who's from the beginning until the end your host for a show. And especially because it's an event where you have an in-house MC, who's not connected to the stream, but also not running the show in-house. It's really good to have these hosts. I like that. And what I also really liked were when Jackie and Ian came in, when they talked a little bit about the PCL background, from a setting perspective, hold perspective. Jackie as a setting director, talking about just the concepts and stuff, and Ian about like making ideas possible, like very, very down to earth and very, very real. I like that. Maybe it gives people a good insight how much of directing or like organization goes into the route setting process, especially for this very difficult to set and organize event.
Maybe I'm biased, but I would quite like to have seen just a little bit more of the route setting side of things.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. A little, just a little, another 5-minute clip of them setting and testing boulders in Sheffield. You know, they set and tested in Sheffield off-site, and then they shipped the walls in. I find that quite intriguing.
But don't you worry, we will get chief setter Sergio Verdasco on here, who will tell us hopefully everything. I hope he didn't have to sign an NDA. But we will find out.
No, and if we're really lucky, maybe we'll get Maylis at the same time. Yes. That would be cool.
And we can also get Jackie and Ian on the podcast. So
that would be cool.
There's many, many possibilities.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get Janja on here, but this is not working out.
I don't think we can afford Janja. Maybe we can now that she didn't win. She's cheaper now.
I mean, it was also, I briefly chatted with Manu in between, and Manu was complaining a little bit that it's not that easily to understand. I think so we had 3 rounds, and the first round was for sure like more complex, like the semi-final, small final, or the final, because it was a little bit like who gets to the highest point of the boulder in the quickest time or earliest attempt. And at some point it was confusing to him. I did not see that, but sometimes when they were like head to head, you of course didn't know in which attempt they were climbing right now. But compared to other competitions, like way easier to understand.
But I suppose attempts don't matter, do they?
No, not really.
Right.
They only count if you make it to hold 7 out of 9 in your first attempt, and I make it to 7 out of 9.
Yeah.
Only my second attempt.
I like that. I like that they had the number of holds out of total number of holds on the screen for you to see who's currently winning, and they had the leader, the leader total, or the leader icon or whatever. I have a question though, and I don't know if anyone knows the answer to this apart from maybe Charlie and Dannon. What happens if neither of the athletes do the first move? Who wins? Is it the first person to pull onto the boulder?
Maybe there's something for this in it.
There must be a contingency plan, because if it turned into a running race to the start of the boulder, that's not cool. There'll be a way around it, I'm sure. But
that's a good question. But I think it's understandable, like the presentation, like who's going next, and tuck, tuck, tuck.
There also wasn't a clear graphic to say that Mejdi, when Mejdi and Toby topped at the same time, there seemed to not be a decision who had actually won until the next round.
I think
when Mejdi came out. You know?
Yeah, maybe they did it behind the scenes, just like keep the show running, because we have 4 minutes plus for while the other climbers are climbing on the boulder. We will make the decision behind the curtains back then. We will tell the athletes. We keep on going with the show anyway. Maybe they showed it at the gym.
Yes.
And in the end, they showed it afterwards. Like
sure.
they showed it when they climbed their second boulder. But true, this could have been like, okay, we made a decision.
Yeah.
There is a decision because Meshdi touched, but they showed it already in the slow-mo that
We saw a
Meshdi
slow-mo.
matched like a little bit earlier. Maybe they will add a graphic for this, just like, for example, you have a split screen and then you have Meshdi on the left side matching earlier, and then all of a sudden it's like this, like a green frame, like bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, exactly.
Time to get in with the touch sensors for the top holes now.
Yeah.
Something like this, you know.
That would be sick. And then it truly does become Adidas Rockstars. No. No, true though. It didn't feel like speed bouldering, which is the whole thing they've been trying to avoid. I thought for the most part it didn't feel like that. Like it seemed like you can always fall off, even though they seem side by side. I don't know what I'm saying. Just for context, I've literally just watched it and then come onto this podcast, so I need to process a load of things. I'm like the athletes in the interview. I'm like emotional.
Did you feel emotional, like connected to what was going on there?
For the men's final, yes, very emotional.
Yeah,
that was sick.
Yeah.
I think they're very fortunate that Max made it and decided to compete.
Yeah, should we go to the drama section right now?
Well, sure, yeah.
Because I mean, there was some drama in it. How do you? Well, let's put it this way. For me, I think everyone who listened to our podcast knows that I'm always looking for some storytelling or for some, like some moments which are cool, which we want to go back to. And we talked about this comp format beforehand and said it all comes down to the route setting, like the other comp formats as well. The problem is it always comes down to the last boulder, and if the last boulder works out or not. And now the women's boulder worked out. I think it was a little bit too easy, just looking back at the finals. But it was dramatic because Janja didn't win, and Janja also didn't do the jump before Oriane, which was probably unexpected for many people.
Surprising, very surprising.
While on the other hand, in the males category, it was clearly an unintended way of climbing the boulder, which saved the 50% of the competition.
Yeah.
That was dramatic from both sides. I feel like from our route setting perspective and from a
but it also kind of exposes the format slightly. If the beta break wasn't possible, then unfortunately it would have been a complete anticlimax.
Yeah.
And I actually don't know who would have won in that case, but nothing really would have happened. So if the final boulder's too hard and there's no top or there's no clear winner, it's like potentially a problem for the future. But I mean, it puts a lot of pressure on the setters and setting team.
And now I really want to know if setters are really, really interested, because setters are always like, we're working in such a high pressure environment. I'm like, no, nothing really happens to you once you fuck up.
Yeah.
But now you can really fuck it up. So
do
people really want to work in this environment? Because it all comes down to one boulder. This now is real pressure.
That's proper pressure in front of 3,000 people and on TV for free. I don't know, man. That's a lot. That's a lot of pressure.
And that's the thing. It's like a lead route where 7 out of 8 people cannot do the jump. It's like you have only one chance. With a normal bouldering format, I think someone put it in an interview pretty well. Like in a normal bouldering format, you have like 4 times the chance, 4 times 4 minutes with 8 people, like to make up like for a boulder which doesn't work out or something. Like it doesn't play into the round that much. But setting only one boulder, way less opportunity for moments and for a climax, you know. Yeah.
I think I care way more about moments and rivalry and like cool shit happening than the moves or the sequence. I don't give a shit about sequence. Just give me some action, whatever that action is. And that action was Max making his palms and his backs of his hands bleed and deciding that he'd won and just going to the top of the wall. Thank God for Max.
Yeah.
You give Max the opportunity to showboat and do something cool, he'll do it always, every single time. That's why he's so nice to watch, so good to watch.
Yeah, like someone who loves the sport, but who also loves the crowd. So Max against Meshdi was probably really unlucky, unfortunate pairing when it comes to the storytelling.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
I think it was also nice. I never heard Colin Duffy talk beforehand. And I've never seen an interview with him. Never, ever.
Yeah, good point. Me neither.
Like, I wouldn't know what kind of person he is. Like, I still don't know. But yeah, I think that's pretty nice.
He's a maths major.
Is he?
He's studying. Yeah, true. He speaks well though. I like to hear him speak for the first time ever.
Yeah. But I think this format gives you also or gives us maybe the possibility to showcase a little bit more about the athletes. Like Winter Olympic Games just happened finished 2 weeks ago. And every kind of discipline I watched, I got immediately sucked into it because it was okay, Jake Mason, next to finishing his university degree, still decided to compete here, even though he didn't have his best time in university, took all out of him. And then all of a sudden you're competing, you get bronze medal. And it's then you can put it into context and you're like, oh, this is pretty cool.
This is cool.
This whole format gives us more and more possibilities and opportunities to explore on that.
Getting to know the character rather than just seeing a name on the screen and them climbing. You really get to know the person behind the action. Like Alyssa Liu in the figure skating.
Yeah.
You know, the girl with the blonde and the brown and the blonde and the brown. Yeah. She's made a big name for herself just by being cool on camera and speaking like she's great. Yeah, she's cool.
And also maybe we come back to duels. We had this setup already, where it was it was matched against Toby, right? Where they almost helped at the same second.
In the first round, yeah.
Yeah, and I think if this one happens again, would be super cool to see. Maybe it's a different bowler, and then it's okay, Toby is clearly faster or better on this or that kind of style.
Yeah.
That would be nice to see. And like a boxy climb like this. I think there was a semi-final, Meshdi versus Colin Duffy and this yellow one. Or was it Meshdi versus Colin? Someone, with the yellow super,
the elevated door bowler, It
was really nice. You could clearly see that someone just a little bit smaller fits way better into the box, or maybe just a little bit more hip flexibility. I like the side by side view. And then if it happens at the same time, they're struggling at the same point. Come on, can't tell me this is not really, really exciting.
It's super obvious. It's really clear what's going on. Yeah. Max fit in that box really well, didn't he? Yeah. I thought it was a shame that in the first round we didn't get to see either the men's or the women's third boulder, and the amount of time the setters would have put into that third boulder over the last few days. There, it's a shame. Is that a flaw in the format?
I don't know. I'm watching a lot of esport at the moment, and a lot of these teams play best of 3 as well, and a lot of times they go through in 2. Maybe there could be statistics, but then on the other hand, we can also I can pull up some tennis statistics and see how many, because the women's always play best of 3.
Yeah.
So maybe. And on the other hand, I think we were able to see the potential. Lucia versus Yanya in boulder number 2. Lucia was time-wise 1 or 2 seconds ahead in the blue bowler. So she could have, if something would have worked out. I think in a few bowlers we could have seen the turnaround potential, or comeback. Let's go into bowler number 3.
Yeah.
And we don't know what happens. If someone you don't expect to be oh shit, they beat me somehow. Luckily, whatever. Bowler number 2, and now I'm under real pressure.
Proper pressure, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess in normal sports, that third round, there's not really much manpower behind person power behind what actually goes into the third round. But from our perspective as setters, because there's so much work involved in that one boulder, it feels like a bit of a shame that we didn't get to see it. But I guess it's just a backup, basically, isn't it? It's just there in case it goes to a third round. That's fine. That's fine by me. Just an observation.
I mean, it's also a good story. For the first time ever, we see boulder number 3, and then shit happens. Maybe something really exciting happens. If we have the comeback, you have the comeback for the first time.
Yeah,
I think
come back, kid.
Good. And otherwise, sorry, you go.
No, I was just going to ask what category we're on.
Oh, still like drama,
We're
kind
on
of like
drama.
because like what Yannick said was also kind of true. He was like, you don't want to be standing on the ground being the idiot watching someone else climb, but sometimes you just have to rest, and sometimes we're like, yeah, there's no need. Like if someone was like 2/3 up the boulder, there's no need to start as well and start the race. Like it does, it does nothing for you.
I mean, he clearly had intentions to get on the wall as soon as possible. Did you see him? The first boulder, he ran to the start of the blue. He wanted to make sure he did some climbing.
Yeah.
I got the first thing the first note I wrote down was this format is totally brutal. Mikhail Mauem on the first boulder, he fell off, and then was it Colin? No, who was he against? Colin.
Yeah, Colin. Yeah.
He was against Colin. Colin topped the boulder first go. Mikhail fell off, and he was like, threw his brush on the ground. It's like, okay, there's nothing I can do. Yeah. Fucked it. It's just totally brutal. At least you get another chance. Pretty savage. Yeah, you don't get another chance in the semis, though.
Yeah, and that's also like, I think because we're very used to seeing people try for a long time in climbing. But if you go to a track and field sprint racing, one false start and then you're out, or maybe two, and then and if you lose your qualification round, then you're also done.
That's it. Like, fly home. Time to fly home.
Yeah. So like there are several like really, really mean rounds. It's part of the game. I kind of like it. I also get it that it's probably not nice to fly over there like for 2 minutes of climbing or like 4 minutes standing on the mat, but it's different.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I'm a fan. I just think it's brutal. It's more similar to normal sport, honestly.
Yeah. It's very brutal. It's like one of these biathlon where you ski and shoot, and then like some distances you just get like a 1 minute penalty, and you're like, what the fuck?
You have to do what? You have to do a lap of the. You have to do a penalty lap or something.
It depends on the distance. If the distance is shorter, then you do the penalty lap, which takes between like 15 and 25 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
But like if it's like for 20K, they give you like 1 minute on top.
Oh mate, that's brutal.
So for example, for the man, the winner had like just like 25 seconds, I think, in front of the second place, but he had like a clean round, so he didn't miss a single shot. So you could argue that the second place was the better runner.
Yeah.
But, like worse shooter. Anyway, because he had a 1 minute penalty. It's super interesting. But I thought it was dramatic, even though like we had several head-to-heads, like Colin and Mashti in the yellow one. I think Camilla and someone else in the red one. Was it Aaron?
It's already gone.
Yeah.
It could have been Aaron. It sounds quite possible.
Yeah, it is odd that it's already kind of gone, you know? It's very odd. But like there were clear moments where it was like really, really close.
I think it's really easy to remember the matchups where something happens. But for example, if it was Aaron and Camilla, clearly nothing happened. Like for me to remember it, I don't know, or I've got bad memory, short-term memory loss. I don't know.
No, maybe it's it kind of like fuses with the next category I had, like the setting, because I think most people would criticize the setting, even though there were like not that many options. Let's put it this way: like you cannot set like a 8-meter runner. You cannot set. It would be interesting whether they talked about setting a slab.
Yeah, I'd like to know that too, because the wall will go that way.
Yes,
for sure. And maybe the yellow boulder was vertical.
Yeah, true.
I think it was vert, but we just didn't get to see it. I liked the style of the boulders. It's nice to see a return to some crimping and slightly more basic style. Although there was a little bit of coordination in there towards the latter rounds. Pretty cool. Good style.
I kind of liked it because it didn't have anything weird, nothing like running, like lower body coordination, and also like not the biggest moves, because you just can't do that.
Yeah. And they must be restricted by the scoring system slightly, because you can't have a 2-move boulder, really, can you?
Yeah, true, not really.
So you need like maybe there were rules like every boulder had to have at least 6 moves or something, and they must be climbed in a logical sequence, and you can't skip from like hold 3 to hold 8.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I thought it was very interesting that the boulders were, like not the boulders were remarkable this time, but the memories the boulders created, I think, way more.
Yes.
What I kind of like, even though it has like the setting style and the climbing style leads into just a certain category, but then maybe we come back again to my ground idea, like the PCL in America on kilter boards, like where some other places maybe we have like real prefixed walls, which also give us in a red or a roof lip, like, or a corner, something. So you could showcase like in some other places, like different climbing styles because the walls allow it.
Yes.
And what I've been like really, really questioning or asking myself is like in the IFSC catalog, we always see like on the IFSC stage, we always see same friends. And now we had like, it was Kilter plus friends. Let's put it this way. Kilter provided the walls, the organization, or brainchild, brain work. Like 80% of the macro, 70, maybe a lot of people have not seen beforehand. Let's put it this way.
Yeah, totally.
And from an advertising point of view, I feel like it felt like this is like the Titan wall from IP would like to be.
Yes.
But on the other hand, I feel like no one will ever remember a boulder that much that they're like, okay, I want to climb this boulder. Or I want to buy this boulder for my kilter wall because they have the kilter holds already on the wall. So I don't know, how do you make a boulder world famous or like a hold set world famous with this competition? Like, I mean, they love the sport, they want to push the sport, but they also.
Yeah, it does seem to be more about the moments and the rivalry rather than about the moves and the holds. For example, it's so unlikely on a flat plane, on a flat kilter board, that they're going to set like a new move or something we've not seen before. And normally when that happens, it's like, oh, okay, shit, for this new move, I need to buy that hold, which is why cheater and flat hold is so prevalent in the UK and Europe and whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Huh?
How many boulders did we actually have? We had 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We had 12 boulders in total. I think I remember 4 of them quite well. Would I buy any of them? I don't know. I don't know how it works, honestly. Like for me to buy any of them, I would need a kilter board that size, and it's about the rivalry.
It's about rivalry. It is about like what they want to present as like the sport. But just thinking about it, because a lot of like brands invest in this to showcase like how cool you can use your holds, but then it's mainly just a typical style, or like not a typical, this specific style. I enjoyed it.
I would, rather than like buying set boulders, I think I would like to buy kilter now I've seen them, because I know the production's really good. They've got the vacuum form thing down now with absolute. I would like to buy some kilter holds for sure. That's a good side effect. Okay.
So that worked, huh?
And the blue precisions. How did Vezi get those holds in there? How did he do it?
Vezi has been asked to set for the event like a few times ago, or like I don't know how much I can share about this. We will get Vezi on here, but like he almost was a setter. Let's put it this way.
Ah, I see. Okay, I actually set with those Vezi precisions. This is a bit of a tangent. I set with the Vezi precisions for the first time a couple of days ago, and they're amazing. And I need to buy them. And apparently, the blue ones from the event are now for sale for discount, so I'm going to try and buy them for Yonder.
Of the Yanya touch tools?
Yeah, the Yanya touch tools. I'm going to buy
the Orion ones.
No, I get the Yanya one. I want the Yanya one, the one she fell off.
Yeah, I asked him, like, how do you feel? Like, like he's setting for her every week. She's climbing on his holes. So, did she screw up or did he fuck up?
Yeah, I think he fucked up. It's Vezi's fault. Let's blame Vezi. Easy. Yeah. You can't blame Yanya.
No, but this, what I was thinking about. But yeah, it was really cool to see like so much new stuff.
Yes.
So much new stuff, holds and macros wise. Yeah, in different stuff. I like this. I mean, I love Ian. I get along with him like pretty well, and I love this weird like texture stuff. Not weird, but like different texture stuff, and like cool curves. Like Peter, who shaped the red ones, like from Urban Plastic, also like such a good carver.
Yeah.
And like at the moment, for example, like this is probably like the best ad for a hold. That dual text works, like Yanya just reaching for it, then like dish, like they're like, oh, what happened here?
Yes, yeah. Nice to see some like uneven surfaces coming back into comp climbing again. For a long time, it's just been really clean curves, clean straight lines. Yeah, the holds are amazing. Like
just looking for the sweet spot.
Yeah, for sure. Easier to fall off, perhaps. Good for this format, I think. I was gonna say. The changeover, the changeovers between rounds was a little bit stressful by the looks of it, a little bit hectic. Maybe they shouldn't have been showing it. I don't know. What do you think about it?
It looked like there was one guy, like, I don't want to put anyone like out there. I know there was a lot of like volunteer helpers. Did you see the best part of the changeovers that you were able to see me? Did you see me twice?
So you?
Yeah. No. I was on Meili's Makita. And
really? Yes, so sick. Were you really? Oh, legendary.
I'll get you the screenshot.
Oh, that's legendary. Yeah, it was cool that Shihui was there.
I feel like they could have done it. Yeah, you didn't tell me. I was like, Shihui, you're in London. I would have come. And she was like, yeah, I told Jake.
Oh, I thought you knew. She was there for she was there for a day and then she's in and out. Sorry, man. I didn't know you didn't know.
Yeah, I felt it could have been like better prepared or better organized. Like sometimes, like I've seen someone running around with a hold, be like, okay, does it belong? I'm like, okay, if you trained it before, there should be clear, strict order. Maybe that's a German in me, but it's like right side up, right side down, left side up, and just like it's a fucking human chain. We do it, like. Do it again, do it again, do it again. Like test like 3 different methods, organize on one, and then just do it really tightly like this.
Yeah.
I think it looked a little bit chaotic. And also, what I don't get, and like the walls are expensive anyway. I didn't get the T-nut pattern. Maybe it's easier to find stuff, but they will never use like an M10 like the bolt. So my idea, and I wrote it to Manu, and he wrote it to me back like at the same time. Why don't you? Like, because they didn't change the angles. If you don't change the angles of the wall, you have front and a back side. You can have a front and a back side. So you could have the front side climbing, but like they're on a middle axis like the wall, so you can flip the wall. So like while they're climbing on the front side or whenever they have the presentations or something, you have like the other boulder, of course, like upside down on the back side. Root turnover, let loose, flip 180, be like, do-do-do-do. I mean, this would be so sick.
From an engineering standpoint, I think that's probably a little bit too complicated, but I do like the idea.
I don't want to hear any of that. They shoot this guy out of space with, like with an umbrella into the world. Like Doman was climbing on an air thingy.
Oh yeah, on an airplane. But an airplane already exists. You just climb on it.
You can flip a fucking climbing wall like Danny Mac or what's this, like the guy or the
Danny
bicycle.
McCaskill,
Yeah, they're building trains for him. I know, budget. But I think I would agree, let's put it this way. The resetting thingy could be a little bit.
It looked messy, didn't it? It looked like too many ladders, too much shit going on. Is it safe? I don't know. It's not a really good advertisement for route setting because that's what people think route setting is now. They think it's this like crazy. Well, maybe they don't, but that's what I think it could be perceived as. But just for the listener, just some background. The setting team set the boulders a couple of weeks ago in Sheffield on those same walls, and then all of the volunteers were shipped up there for a day or 2 days to rehearse stripping and resetting the boulders between rounds. But I'd like to know, I actually will be able to find this out because I know most of the people that are doing it. I'd like to know how many times they rehearsed it and whether it was like really, really smooth in Sheffield, but super frantic in London, or it was more or less the same, or maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. They were quick.
this is a problem for me. I'm so interested in improving processes.
Yeah, I know.
when Jackie said like, okay, we timed it, the stripping and the resetting. Okay, it's almost at 11 minutes, so we're good. I'm like, but how do you get to 10 minutes now? What did you change to make it to 10 minutes? This is the nerd in me, and no one would give a fuck about this probably on the stream. But it would be interesting whether this punched or like pushed the duration into the length, because it felt quite lengthy.
So they could have shaved off 40 minutes approximately.
Maybe.
I think they did 4 changeovers. Is that right? Yeah. 4 changeovers or 3 changeovers.
Quali to quali, and then another one to semi, big and small. Another one to semi, big and small. Wait, quali to quali? That's 3.
Okay, they did 3 changeovers, so they could have shortened the whole event by half an hour, and I think that would keep me engaged to the very last minute. Half an hour shaving would be very, very good. How they do it is it's not my problem, fortunately, but it would be cool.
This is not of my concern. Get it done by tomorrow.
Fucking get it done, or you're to the gulag. What point are we on now? Let me just see what
like drama and duration, kind of like I think we both agree upon that. Like, okay, it's like mixed categories, but like 3 hours for a lot of people complained that there were like not enough, a lot of climbing or like climbing time, and maybe the ratio between like waiting, stuff happening, and then the resetting thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the amount of climbing time was a problem. I would just like to see it compressed a little bit into a shorter package. But I was thinking about when I was watching the setting changer, I was thinking about how many bodies you actually need, how many person hours have you actually done towards this event, like setting behind the scenes, rehearsing the changeover, shipping everything down. The qualifying rounds, the seeding rounds, there's so much gone into this one event, this 3-hour event, and now they want to do it 3 times next year and then 6 times the year after that, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of people behind this, and is that an appropriate amount of work put in? Is it too much work? I don't know.
Just coming back to my idea with the preset boulders. It's just like flippity, flip, and all of a sudden the kilter board rotates. Oh no, it's a blue power boulder on 25 again. You know, like, it would be so easy. Flippity, flip, boom. I need the money.
There must be a reason they didn't do it. Yeah, cash. Okay.
So if someone's out there wants to see a similar competition, more spectacular, a little bit faster, with better storytelling, gimme. I need probably for the first event maybe 1.5 million, and then
maybe
then we're taking off.
Probably more. No, no, you don't want to compete with them. I think they did a good job.
No, they did a great job, especially for their first organized climbing competition ever. Like, what the fuck?
I would like to get Dai's reaction, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
She watched it live, and she's a climber. She has watched climbing competitions for a long time, but she's kind of like impartial because she's on the outside. So bear with me. With me. Can you hear?
Okay, Dai, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to our podcast. Dai is Jake's partner, vice versa. This is Xerxes, and this will also be a video YouTube episode, but you know Dai from Bouldering Dab Rats already.
Okay,
she's
Dai,
famous on YouTube.
So just, you watched the event live. You like comp climbing. You've watched it a lot in the past World Cup.
Yeah.
Just give us your take as an outsider. Did you enjoy it? Well, you know, not quite an outsider, but maybe you're neutral. Maybe you don't care so much.
Okay, sure.
What do you think about the format? What do you think about the show overall?
Who's on the inside?
Me and Nikki are on the inside. Cancelled.
No, sorry. I liked it. I thought it was fun. It reminded me of the old Adidas Rockstars.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. That's good.
No, it's your opinion.
I was disappointed we didn't get to see the third boulder for both. But then I thought, hey, it would have been like much longer.
Yeah.
And it was long enough.
Yeah.
And the format is fun, apart from I don't like how if one person is about to do it, the other person just like gives up. There's no real excitement from the other end because they'll just stand and watch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I felt about it.
Yeah, great. Any memorable moments? Will you
Max Milne?
Yeah, sure. Max, of course. And do you think you'll remember that in like a year's time?
Yeah, probably. I'll probably remember that for a fair few years until I'm old and dementia.
Who was he competing against? There you go.
Wait, I do. I just watched it last night. Hold on. He was competing against Colin Duffy.
Yeah, nice. Okay. And why did Yanya fall off? What happened?
Oh, I actually don't know.
I did not see it.
I mean, I saw her fall off, but I don't know why she fell off. I'm on the outside.
She slipped. Her hand slipped. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, she did not do well on the dual takes last night.
But she only got one chance because the boulder was maybe on the easy side, and then Oriane goes to the top. Boom.
Yes.
Game over, Yanya. Brutal.
Yes. It was kind of about speed at that point.
There you go. That's a great insight. Thank you for that, Di.
Welcome.
You can go back now.
Thank you, Di.
Bye-bye, Nicky.
So it's confirmed. Pro Climbing League is speed climbing.
Yeah, kind of.
No.
That's the thing. Like, how do you get out of this jump and tilt, like, get it down? They did not expect it to be climbed. Coming back to the women's final boulder, to be climbed like this at the top, and they also did not expect that it would be so quotation marks easy. The top, like Oriane said it in an interview afterwards. I'd like to be more challenged power-wise at the top. Yeah.
So the balance has to be perfect every time for 12 boulders on every event. If it's too easy, then it's a race, and if it's too hard, then it's not entertaining. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next event. That's my main takeaway. I enjoyed it, and I want to see it again, and I want to see what happens next time.
Yeah. I hope it's big enough, or the feedback is good enough that they can do the same again, like for a few more times, just like to see really how it works out, and that they can iron like the little mistakes or whatever out, and see that we have a little bit more of storytelling in it. Because a few voices are like, okay, I want to see more like this, or I like the IFSC more, and this is good. Like then, at least to have like two different competitions which are like clearly different, and whether it's fair or not fair, or whether one is showcasing all the skills, and this one is just showcasing showmanship, pressure, and power.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's fine by me as well. Totally
it's fine by me. Like if it was like this on the other hand, I would switch on when the semifinals start. I would be like, cool. I'm cool with semifinal, small final, and a final.
Yeah.
Like I'm down with a little bit more than an hour. And this is just also what I'm down with the IFSC stuff. Just like, yeah, whatever. At least it's more obvious than the IFSC finals. Like to know who's about to win or not.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is more of a show. This is more like obvious rivalry, whereas the World Cups are more about, for me, they're more about the setting and the boulders and like testing way more skills.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I have to add. I wonder what it's done for climbing in London. What's the effect of its being placed in London, the first event? I know a load of people who were involved in the volunteer side of things, and in a load of setters in the lead up to the event for the qualifying and the seeding. It's had a really good, well, as far as I know, it's had a good effect for the font in Wandsworth. They've hosted all of those events.
And they're hosting Yanya right now, so there are like big queues of people wanting to get Yanya's autograph.
Yeah, man, it's a big deal. Big deal for climbing in London, I think. So hopefully they come back here. Yeah. And also I'd like to say, I think it was really cool that the the stream was free. I actually expected it to be behind a paywall. I can't remember whether they told us it would be behind a wall or not.
I think that they said it's free. Like Red Bull TV, they don't charge stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
It almost made me feel like I wanted to have a can of Red Bull, but then they almost got me.
you know, Max is sponsored by Tenzing. I think he gets paid a salary by Tenzing.
Did he get one out, like a Tenzing? That would have been like dope.
That would have been
like
bad.
Hide it on top of the wall and be like chucking. Presentation-wise, they had the top-down shots, like from the top of the wall. I think, and I don't know why they didn't do this, I was missing a logo on the wall, on the mats.
Yeah.
It was like, like you take a look at the top, like you see the facial expression of topping or frustration, and you see the logo in the background. I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
Give it to me. Why not?
Yeah. Another addition for next time, I think. Good point. They had the Red Bull logo along the side of the kilter boards. That was a nice touch. But yeah, for sure. On the matting next time would be good. Nice.
I mean, it was a really promising start to maybe something bigger. I get it if you don't like it, but I also get it if you like it because it was intense. It was gripping. Vies wanted to play PlayStation, and then she started, and we were chatting all the time. She was like, "I cannot play. It's so intense."
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I think we both have feedback and opinions and thoughts and whatever, but I just want to say I have nothing bad to say about it, and I'm excited for the next one. I'm glad it happened. Thank God for Max. Fantastic.
Thank God for Max, and congratulations to everyone involved and everyone competing. And in our next episode, we will talk about some Discord questions about route setting, difficulty scales, and stuff in different colors.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think it was memorable. Should we give it? No, I don't give it any ranking out of 10 because otherwise I would have to tell people how low I value the IFSC competitions nowadays, and that's just not fair. Let's put it this way: it stomped the Boulder Bundesliga into the fucking ground.
The event I was at LSD was absolutely sick. I need to tell you about that next time. It was sick.
Okay, we will. And I will tell you about my back-to-back Boulder Bundesliga setting experience, but I think I will just upload this on a Sunday. So people can pick between us two talking about the PCL or watching Arsenal versus Chelsea, which I will do like in 25 minutes. Can you imagine it? It's going to be sick.
Okay, starting at 4:30. Nice.
Premier League forever. Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. This is another setting podcast, now also on YouTube. And otherwise, guys, you've heard us before. Bye. Love you.